Hi guys, Bomber here. Welcome back to the channel, and today we'll be doing the 7th chapter of Captain LISTRATA's campaign, while also obtaining the bonus battle. So, the deck we'll be using as the bonus battle requirement is to not play any cards from the War tab, is this one. And since we do not have any access to the War tab, the only two deck archetypes possible without the War tab are an Holy Rat LISTRATA or a Merchant Guild Bounty LISTRATA. Obviously you could do a Nali LISTRATA or something like that, but those two are probably the most powerful deck. And in playtesting I found that the Holy Rat LISTRATA is more powerful and more consistent, and so I'll show you this one since I believe that is the best one and the most consistent one. So, the only problem with this chapter is probably the bonus fight. The first 3 battles instead are pretty easy, because they run a lot of allies, and if we run 2 copies of Malediction we should be fine, so those Malediction are here for that purpose. Also for economy we run a copy of Usury combined with Embargo, which is always a nice combo to just gain a bit of value, and also we are sure that our opponent has resources that we can deny with Embargo thanks to the Usury, so a very nice combo and a pretty good shell for economy. Then we also run a Spice Road to just increase our food production so that we can convert them into magic thanks to the supplicants faster. And then we run our win condition, which is Holy Rat, 2 copies just for consistency, and also a copy of Sibylline Scroll just to get those Maledictions and Holy Rat, those high value cards, more consistently. So, in the first battle we are up against Regent Marsh with the hero power Feed an Ally that ally attacks, so definitely an ally based deck, and the mercenary acts like a 5 cost Inquisitor, because it can feed and attack 2 times like the Inquisitor in some scenarios, and so for that reason it's a pretty fast deck, so we should be able to be faster than him. So we can't do anything, so let's just start off with an Embargo just to start and cycle our deck. Actually increase our deck size since we do not have any card already. So let's just start converting food into magic thanks to the Supplicant. So as you can see, the Supplicant died because he fed the mercenary and he did attack 2 times. So right now I think I want to go for a second Embargo just to really slow him down a bit. So we did restock the Holy Rat, so right now we can start going for a Malediction to actually clear off his board and then recover from that. So we can actually purchase it right now, so we'll do that. We can convert food into magic and also kill the Supplicant. Probably the Supplicant will die next turn, but that's fine. So right now, if we manage to get a Supplicant or a magic in some way, I would be happy, so let's just try for it. Or actually also a Malediction would be fine, because the banker is pretty threatening, so if we can remove that we are very happy. So right now we are pretty much good at stalling the game. We have also a Malediction and we can cycle with the Sibylline Scroll. So we are pretty good right now. We can also kill the bunker. Probably the next card we want to buy is the Holy Rat just to finish the game. And so we just need to chill out. I would have kept the Malediction, but with the Sibylline Scroll we can't keep the card that we draw. Probably that would be nice if we could have. So let's just grab a Spice Road to actually produce even more magic per turn. And actually, since we have board control, I want to go for another Supplicant, because I don't see him removing them in any way. So that's pretty nice. Probably next turn we'll go for an Holy Rat, so let's just wait. He killed one of our Supplicant, but that's fine. Actually, we can go for an Holy Rat, but we would waste all our magic, so that's not pretty good. Instead, I'll go for another Supplicant just to produce even more magic, so that we are sure that our Holy Rat, when we get one, it's pretty big. Actually, I misplayed because always play the cycling cards first and then the cards that do not cycle. Like for example the Supplicant, because it's true that it draws a card, but then it goes onto the board and it can't cycle anymore. So I should have played the embargo first so that the Supplicant could actually redraw the embargo that I played. So right now I need to go for a Sibling Scroll because I don't want my Olive Rat to bump out of the bank. So let's just wait. The next turn we'll go for an Olive Rat, and that's probably GG. If we can actually go for one. So let's just heal all our Supplicants. Then let's go for this Olive Rat. We'll spend a bunch of magic, but that's fine. Let's heal the Supplicant and pass. If we redraw the Olive Rat, that's probably GG. So let's just search for it. We did not redraw it, but that's fine. Let's just go for a Malediction just to clear his board. So at this point we have board control, we have our win condition, we just need to redraw it. So that's fine. Let's just wait until we redraw it. And that's it. Good game. Then, our second opponent is Baroness Anibaldo with a hero power starts with 4 serfs, and those serfs are not a problem by themselves, because they do nothing, if not for protecting, for example, the Wealthy Patron and the Winter, but them themselves are not win condition, they just help economy. The problem is in cards like Spy Network, which she has in his deck, but not in the bank already. And so for that reason it's pretty crucial that we get a Malediction to just clear his board as many times as possible. So he went for a Wealthy Patron just to increase his economy. So I could go for a Supplicant while I want to go for the Malediction as soon as possible. So we'll go for it and clear his board. And actually with 2 Maledictions in the deck we should probably be fine. So let's just wait for another one. I'll go for a Supplicant just to produce magic, and also we did redraw the Malediction, which is pretty neat. So as you can see, we do not have any way to clear his board if not for Malediction, and probably I want to go for another one right now, because I don't want him to produce food. So as I said, probably 2 Maledictions in the deck are fine to just cycle them for them consistently, but also 3 probably is not bad still, and that's very lucky for us. So then let's heal our Supplicant and pass. So probably I'll go for another Malediction and then I will start to go for the Olive Rat, as I said, because we are more consistent. Probably I want to go, actually I'll go for an embargo just to not make the Olive Rat bump out of the bank, because I don't know if it will restock anytime soon. So as you can see, 2 Maledictions are probably fine to just have 1 in every turn, probably. So let's just go for an Usury, and also we have some embargoes. Just so that we are sure that we can go for our Olive Rat faster. And actually this game is pretty good because he did not restock any Thete or Spy Network soon, and so we also managed to clear his board consistently. So pretty lucky for us, but that's fine. So let's just go for an Olive Rat, and that's GG. In our third match we are up against another Time Regent Marsh, but this time with another hero power, which is a 75% chance to intercepts, and this actually works like he himself is an ally that intercepts, and so this time around the Malediction is pretty nice, because if he has a lot of allies he will take probably all of the damages in his face, and so that's a pretty good finisher in itself, the Malediction. So let's just start off with a Supplicant just to get a bit of board control. I don't want to go for an usury because he can go for a knight instead, and I actually wait for him to go for a loan and then go for an usury, so that we will be on negative gold more faster. So let's just pass. As you can see, I tried to kill the supplicant, but he did intercept. So actually the marshal, I want to kill it, so I'll try more. Right now the usury will bump out of the bank, but that's not a problem. So let's try to kill the marshal. Nice on the last try, so that's fine. Actually, already in this time it was not big value, but for the next times it is probably best to remove it as fast as possible. Right now we'll go for 2 of them, so let's try to clear at least 1. And also probably the Vintner, because it's 2 attacks per turn, because he can convert them into magic. We did not kill it, but that's fine. Also the Supplicant is very nice, because as you can see our opponent does not want to kill them, because it's actually 2 resources per Supplicant that he has to spend, and instead he probably heal instead, so that's pretty nice. Let's go for a Spice Bro to increase even more our magic production. Also let's try to kill the Winter. We did get him this time, so that's nice. So right now I want to force him to go for a Knight, and then probably go for an Holy Rat, since he does not have a Marshal already in place. And next turn we can go for an Holy Rat if he also goes for other allies. We can also force him to take them into the face, or actually clear his board. So let's see. We went for a Knight, but right now we can go for an Holy Rat, so that's pretty nice. Let's play gold in first, so that we have more magic for the Holy Rat, and that's GG. So as you can see, the bonus battle requirement is to not play any cards from the World tab, like I say. So let's jump into the bonus battle. So, in the last fight, we are up against Magistrate Vecchio, and his hero power is can buy from your bank. So it's actually like he has a permanent stolen plants into place, and so that's actually the old version of the stolen plants, because right now it's it has been nerfed. So that's a pretty threatening hero power. And the plan for us is always the same. Just go for the Holy Rat as soon as possible, and also we don't care about him getting so much gold, because as you can see he runs low, pretty much a very high amount of economy cards in his deck, because he actually don't care to have a win condition in his own deck, because he can steal our own. So that's fine. We can go safely for an usury. We just want to grab the Holy Rat as soon as possible, because then he will actually have a very good amount of ways to just deny it for us. So we actually want to go for it as fast as possible, and then actually if it does not do anything the turn it is being played, that's fine. Because if we have it in our deck, that's probably a good game. And also if we manage to get more of them, that's also fine, of course. And also I noticed that he doesn't want to go for an Holy Rat in his own. You have seen that he had the economy, but he didn't go for it. And I don't know why the AI does that, but that's fine for us. Also, let's go for another Holy Rat for ourselves, so that he can go for it, and also we have more chances to redraw it. So it seems that we are in a good place. We can use the apples to just heal, or in this case, if one supplicant survives from his stealing from our bank, we can also convert them into food. That's not actually pretty common, because our opponent will usually deny all of our bank, but in this game we were a bit lucky. So let's go also for a Sibling Scroll just to redraw the Holy Rat, and that's GG. Chapter done. So, that's it for this video. Hope you liked it and find it useful. Be sure to leave down below a comment to let me know what you want to see in the next videos, and as always, see ya!